Hey folks, this is Josh, and I wanted to go through and do a video with you guys on how to make a fish finder rig if you're going to be targeting striper or rockfish from surf. It's going to be a little bit different from the first video that I posted in regards to making a cannonball rig, as we're going to have a little bit more separation between our weight and our bait. It's going to be a very simple rig to make, especially if you're getting into doing some surf fishing. If you are in an area that allows you to do some weight and bait type fishing for striper, this is going to be a very common rig for you to use and for you to have in your bag. So this is what we got. The first thing that we're going to get is, you can use probably anywhere between 60 and 80 pound. I normally for making my fish finder rigs, unless I'm targeting really small species, I don't normally go under 60 pound. Right now I'm using 80 pound leader. This is 80 pound Mamoy high catch. So I'm going to take about three or so foot of leader, and we're going to make a cut. Okay, so we got our leader. Normally once I get to about 80 pounds, especially higher, 100 pounds and more, I like to start crimping my rigs as opposed to tying them. Just me, I can tie some of the basic knots, but I'm not one of those people that, I was never a Boy Scout, so I don't have a whole lot of knots in my bag, and I stick to basic stuff, so I don't mind my crimps. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide that sleeve on, and we'll do the barrel swivel first. That way we don't have a hook end trying to dangle around while we're trying to tie the rest of the rig. So we'll put our barrel swivel in first, and we'll crimp that in. So get that right. Okay. And we'll make our crimp. Get that nice and even. Okay. Like I said, it's not a whole lot to this rig. I know there's 1,001 different ways to tie a fish finder rig. This is just my personal way for tying one if I'm going striper fishing. Unfortunately, we don't have the run of striper in the fall here on the Delmarva Peninsula that we used to. In the fall, off the surf, years ago, it used to be pretty good, but now it's gotten to the point that if the drum don't make a big showing, which like this fall they didn't, it's kind of a slow fall for us. So just doing some prep now. Because we anticipate our spring to be pretty good as it has been in years past. We have a pretty good black drum and rockfish run here, so getting ready for that. But anyway, we'll get back to that rig, and we got our barrel swivel end on. What I'll do is I will take a couple of beads. And they don't have to be really big beads. And you're going to take a swivel, some sort of a snap swivel, and we're going to drop the first bead down the leader. We will take the snap swivel for our weight, and we'll drop the second leader down, or the second bead down the leader. Okay, now that we got those all the way in, here's this is the top of the rig right here of what you're going to be tying onto your shock leader, and you're going to want to keep some separation between your weight and your bait if you're if you're into targeting red drum, you can afford to have your weight pretty much right down on your hook. And I'm not saying that won't work for striper, because it will, but ideally you want to have a little bit more separation between your weight and your bait. So very simply, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go about, this is about 3 foot a leader total. I'm going to go about a foot down from my snap swivel and my barrel swivel, and simply tie. Whoop! Foul. Had a bead fall off. Anyway, put that bead back down. Actually, fuck this.